name is Albert Prada. I'm a senior researcher at the International Center for Migration Policy Development, ICMD, Indiana.
My name is Jan Paul Brekke. I'm a sociologist and a migration researcher at the Institute for Social Research in Oslo.
First of all, from a legal perspective, beneficiaries of international protection have actually more substantive rights or facilitated access to family reunification. But this only applies really to Geneva Convention refugees, and for subsidiary protection, persons under subsidiary protection, there is actually considerable debate, and we have seen a number of restrictions in a number of countries. What we know, however, apart from these current discussions about restricting the access to family reunification, is that in practical terms, the access is very, very difficult for refugees in general, mainly because of the documentary burden that they or their family members have to prove, and which makes it very cumbersome, and even in a benign legal context often requires several months up to years that the family reunification can be realized.
I think the family reunification, family migration in general, is a very much discussed and very important issue to European governments, but also to the European public. It's a bit unclear what the regulations are and what the right to family life actually means, I think, to the general public, which gives attitudes that can be negative to this group of migrants. But there is a balance, of course, between the government's rights to control migration on the one hand and the right to family life for the individual on the other. And it's difficult to find the right balance. What has happened over the last few years is that we've seen that governments change their family immigration policies in order to stem not only family migrants from coming, but also to deter other groups of migrants. So we could talk about instrumentalization of the family migration policies in a way which we use that policy as a tool to regulate other types of migration. And the downside of that is of course that the integration may suffer. So the integration for the individual migrant that actually come and stay in the country and try to get family reunification but do not get so because of obstacles, because the high requirements for income, etc., may be hurt with regard to integration for a certain period. And that's the downside. The upside for governments will be perhaps stronger migration control, and setting high bars and strong requirements to income may incentivize some people to make it even a harder effort to get into the labor market, to start contributing to the hosting countries. So there are upsides and downsides to that.